Good morning, boys and girls. Good morning. I love that. Remember a time when Cam was on time? Nor do I. Nor do I. Cam is never on time. You are right about that. Good morning, guys. Nice steady 8 minutes late. Good morning, boys and girls.
Not too bad.
Now, why am I
Good
hearing
morning.
myself?
I love
that. Remember a time when Cam was on time? Nor do I. Nor do I. Cam is never on time. You are right about that. Good morning. Cool. There we go, guys. All right, we're live. Can you put a 1 in the chat, please? Make sure everything's nice and clear. I am currently streaming from a hotel room in Australia. Little update if you are not following me on Instagram. I have secured a home in Australia much quicker than I anticipated. So I will be moving to Australia very, very soon. Yay me and yay you because oh shit. Because New York streams will be the norm once I'm fully over here. I'm over here by myself at the moment, getting things sorting out bank accounts and tax and things like this, boring admin work. And I will be officially shifting over here just after Christmas. So we'll be doing, for 2026, New York Open streams on a daily basis instead of our usual power hour or other later type streams. So New York Open will become the normal stream session, which will be really cool. And we'll be streaming at this time. So 8:30 a.m. Eastern time. Why 1 hour before the Open? Because the idea is capture the feel of the market before the Open and then play the overnight value levels of the New York Open. Should be really cool. Some of the most potent levels to trade, and it will be really nice to be able to trade that actually in person myself, being as most of the time living in New Zealand, I can't trade those levels because right now in New Zealand it is 2:30 in the morning and I have no interest in being up that late. Not anymore. So right now in Australia it's 11:41 p.m, which is a lot more manageable. So thumbs up for that. In terms of the trade setups for today, we can see we're running up quite a bit. It's a very bullish Open. Obviously, we have a few fundamentals driving this, one of them being that Trump has announced more stimulus checks. So that of course is a bullish thing for the markets, more free cash in hand for the average person, means more spending, stonks go up, and value of cash goes down. That's my bro economics for you. So that is obviously catalysts for a nice pump up from Sunday Open through to now. The previous week's point of control level we've held above, broken and held above. We have the previous overnight session that closed from last week on Friday. Those levels are sitting here on the chart. Right, that's the closest thing we have to value levels right now. And then, of course, once 9:30 comes around, these will be dragged up, and the current levels you're seeing on the chart will become the new overnight levels to trade off the Open. So that's what I'm looking at for going into the Open here. In terms of what I'm anticipating, well, we have a couple of things. We have an even distribution node here. So this massive node developed at the highs has, see how it's so big? A big lump, a big cancerous lump here at the top of the profile. It's like a mini D-shaped profile. So it's a little mini range that could be traded, faded either side. Rather, with the current momentum, would rather play the long side. So as price comes down to the lower end where that volume drops off, looking to purchase around that point. So that's one particular potential trade move. And then, of course, when these overnight levels get put in, as will happen at 9:30, the overnight point of control will likely still be here. So we can drag that up there, and that might be a potential level if price breaks that D shape or that even distribution node at the top and pulls back deeper. That's a nice stacked level there. You'll have the overnight point of control with the previous week's point of control kind of stacked in the same area right there. So that will be a nice potential area to look for a bounce. In terms of what I'll take, if we do pull down to the low end of this node, this distribution, and pull down to these lows, I'm actually all right to take a little C-rank scalp on there before the open. I don't mind that today so much. So that's a play I'll likely have a look at taking if we can get back down there. Yeah, Matt, it does suck waking up middle of the night streaming in Australia. But the good thing is, luckily, I'm awake most nights. In New Zealand, I'm up till midnight 1 a.m. So it's not too bad. But in New Zealand, I'd be staying up till 2, 3 in the morning. And that's a bit too hardcore for me. So it's a bit better in Australia. So it's workable. I'm pretty freaking zonked right now. But it's a little jet lag. Matt, I'm over in Brisbane. Lion, what's up, Lion? You guys have your overnight value highs, 50 points lower. Make sure you've drawn the overnight. Well, let me double check them first because I threw these on. Oh, you know what? I might actually have some old levels here. Hold on a second. Thursday, Friday. Oh, my bad, guys. My bad. My charts aren't totally updated here. The overnight levels are way down here. Even worse. Ignore the overnight levels there, guys. Forgive the error. There we are. They should be down here. So even worse, we actually have nothing up here. Just pure previous week's levels and developing profile right now of the current overnight session. I have not yet updated that on my laptop, so those are actually much further below. So there you go. That is updated levels. All of these are correct. Weekly levels I just drew on before the stream, so those are good. Overnight levels I did not update, so there we go. That's better. That's how it should be looking. So yes, even worse, even better actually, because now we have a bit cleaner kind of areas up here. Only one previous week's level, and off the open we have the overnight value high potentially right here as well. And like I said, if we can pull down deep enough and pull down right to the edge here, just around these lows and below these lows, I'll look at a potential C-rank scalp from there. No problem before the open. Otherwise, I'd love to see us pull right back down. Bing. That'll be nice. Is it good to combine ICT and volume? I trade ICT and funded, blah, blah, blah. It feels somewhat uncontrolled, yes. Answered, yes. If you're going to trade ICT still, I definitely recommend adding volume, adding some sort of volume-based analysis to your trading. That's always going to help, and it's always going to add some form of accuracy to your trading. I personally recommend ditching ICT altogether. However, if you are having success with it and you are, enjoying it, then just add in some volume analysis, volume profile. Use volume profile to confirm, true premium and discount, confirm true fair value, confirm, actual not dealing ranges, but actual pockets within a range where there is a likelihood of something happening versus just candlestick patterns. So yeah, I would definitely recommend, if you're going to if you want to improve an ICT strategy, add volume to it. Obviously, my main recommendation is just cut the ICT altogether, but I'm heavily biased. Max D, nice, mate. Awesome. 3 years of SMC, switched to volume profile. Got the course yesterday. Been taking low-risk scalps all day, getting used to the setups. 12 wins and 2 losses. That's fantastic, Max. Awesome. Wabu, what's my win rate with the strategy? My win rate varies. I haven't dipped below 65% for almost a year now, but I normally hover around the high 60s, low 70s. Oh, Risk Biscuit NY Open is 1:30 a.m. in Sydney. Zonked by default. Yeah, 1:30 is pretty rough. I think if the NY Open was 1:30 for me here in Brisbane, I would probably give that a miss. What would you say is the best amount of dollars to start a personal account, Tom? To be honest, the amount that I say is the most worthwhile amount is 10K USD. And I say 10K because 10K is the amount where you're not going to be too constricted by your drawdown, and the profits you're going to be able to make from risking, say, 2%, 3% are going to be worth your time without having to totally flip the account. 10K is a nice comfortable number to make, $200 to $500 per day and not feel like you're absolutely, putting that 10K on the line to be wiped out. So yeah, 10K is that safe number for me. Made too much money one day off my other eval account and now need to make an additional 1,500. Definitely considering to jump over to TPT. Yes, shoots and roots. Do it. TPT is obviously biased. Mr. Cami Capital is biased, but highly recommend TPT. Yeah, man, that's the beautiful thing. No caps on how much money you should make in your funded account on TPT. Although be careful if you make over 10 grand in a day. If you don't want to go to a live funded account, if you make over 10K in a day, you will automatically be moved to live. But TPT's live account's good. It's decent. Does course come with Discord? No Discord. I don't have a Discord. I have a school community. The course doesn't come with it, but it's an optional add-on after you finish the course for $50 a month. No Discord, though. Max D, also from NZ. Cool, man. Nice. Yes, sir. Kiwis in the chat. Cool, man. I'm so glad to hear that. That's awesome. That's a really solid result for your first day of testing the strat. That's awesome. Kiwi boys up. Can you tell us about your entry trigger? Yes, here I just have my levels on the chart. Levels plus a developing profile to confirm. And then I'll just enter my levels when price hits. No confirmations. I've been using VP and sometimes LVN gets hit pretty quick and leaves me behind. Yeah, it's pretty quick. Yeah, so you got to be, I trade high volume nodes instead of low volume nodes, but the principle is the same. It's the edge of a high volume node. So basically what others might consider a low volume node. I think we're all talking about the same thing when we say that. In terms of it being hit pretty quick, yeah, I use limit orders a lot of the time. You'll see when I get a trade in today, no doubt, I use limit orders to scope out my entry zone and then just make sure I get filled. So I might put an order in front, 1 to 2 ticks in front of where I'm looking to get in to kind of give me a better chance of getting that guaranteed entry. If I'm really wanting an entry at a specific point and I don't get filled, that's odd time, I might market execute. If I'm really feeling a trade and there's a good bunch of confluences, I will market execute and kind of chase a trade if I need to. But for the most part, let's say 90+% of the time, using limit orders to get the right price. Lang, what's up, Lang? Wow, long time no see, man. Devin, thanks, man. Yes, up early. Up early. How would I rank Axia's volume profiling course? Fantastic. Axia's volume profile course is damn near 10 out of 10. Any disadvantages to going live with TPT? Adam, the only disadvantage in air quotes would be getting live fills. Some people don't like trading live fills because they say it's a bit harder. I personally find live fills easier than sim fills, personal experience. So other than that, man, live with TPT, you get a higher profit split. There's no buffer zone. Drawdown is end of day instead of intraday. And TPT covers the professional data fees. So, no, I'd say there's no drawback to being live with TPT. The only drawback being I always think a personal live account is better than a prop firm live account because then obviously you have no profit split. That's always the best option. But then again, when you're trading with a prop live account, your downside is limited to just that money that's in the prop account, which is video game money until you take a payout, really. So, Louis Silva, what's up, man? Let's get it. Do I make more on my personal account or funded accounts? Personal account, Matt, by far. I stopped trading prop accounts as my main trading source almost over a year ago now. Actually, what are we, 10th of November? When did I start this volume thing? Yeah. About May last year, I started trading personal funds primarily because I was able to build a nice big account. And yeah, my personal account, the buying power I have in there, it outdoes any prop account, and obviously no profit splits, no payout rules, nothing like that. So I primarily trade my own money these days, but I have been dabbling in props, but I trade props a lot differently now than I used to. I don't trade props, with quote unquote good risk management. I trade props with the idea that my max risk is what I've spent on the prop account versus, trying to be careful dividing my drawdown and taking it slow. I trade prop accounts pretty heavy now. Full margin a lot of the time. Not financial advice, but, at the end of the day with a prop account, because I make majority of my money from my own funds, it doesn't make sense for me to pussyfoot around with prop accounts. I'd rather think, okay, I've got $200 at risk with a prop account, real money, talking 150K eval, there's $200 at risk. If I blow the account, I'm out $200 or whatever the cost is of an eval now. And if I blow it, I'm down to 200. If I beat it, then I know pretty certain I can get a payout for most of my evals, most of my funded accounts, at least one payout. And even just taking a $1,000 payout is a 5x ROI. Obviously, it's taxes and splits and stuff, but you get the idea. So I trade them pretty heavy, pretty aggressive, because yeah, it's a video game. Prop accounts are a video game, and I'm here to play. But yeah. Not financial advice at all. I mean, in the beginning, you should definitely trade prop accounts a lot more carefully because the resets and the evals add up real quick. Real quick. Last year, I have a spreadsheet that I track all my outgoings on prop accounts and evaluations and whatnot. Last year, I spent, and keep in mind, last year was a year I wasn't even really trading props as much as I had in the past, but still last year I spent 25K on prop accounts. Made far more than that back from payouts, but still I spent 25 grand. So it's, as long as the ROI is there, it makes sense, but it adds up quick. I didn't even know it. I wasn't even, you don't really even think about it when you're just smacking the reset button, or, you're going in with heavier size and passing quickly and pushing for payouts quickly. It adds up real quick, so got to be careful. So in the beginning, for sure, trade them more conservatively, right? Thoughts on deep charts by Andrew Valentini? Yeah, Manish, I watched the live release of deep charts. I'm all in. The reason I don't use them yet is because they have no Mac functionality. So once they bring it out on Apple computers, I'm a real basic bitch boy for Mac. I love a Mac computer. I'll never switch back to Windows. So as soon as it's available on Apple, I will 100% be using their new platform. I love it. It's awesome. Awesome platform. Good for volume profile traders. You guys know Fabio. He's king of volume profile trading. And yeah, man, if he's backing that, he's using that, it's going to be a good tool for sure. For sure. Oh, yeah, we have one cable unplugged. Which one is this? Phone. But yeah, I'm definitely, once it comes out on Mac, I will be using that. I'm also using Motive Wave at the moment, giving that a little spin. So I'll let you guys know how that goes. So far, so good. But to be honest, deep charts, I would prefer to use that. Cam, why should I choose a TBT over an Apex account? Good question. If Apex is cheaper. TBT's payout rules are easier and their rules are friendlier. Apex, if you follow the rules with Apex, you'll be all right. But if you break any of Apex rules and there's more rules with Apex, you're more likely to get denied. So just as a matter of, do you understand Apex's rules and their payout rules? If yes, then Apex is good. But in terms of being more likely to get a payout off the bat, without having to jump through as many hoops, TPT is better. TPT is definitely more expensive, but that you pay that price for the benefit of better payout rules and more favorable payout conditions on the other side of a funded account. How do I deal with so many courses and things to learn in the trading space? Shiny gold syndrome is hitting me lately. Good question, Devin. Great question. Honestly, Devin, depending on where you are in your trading journey, at the start, I went crazy with courses. And I bought a lot of courses. And what I did that for was to just see all different styles of trading and determine which one resonated with me most. Once I found the style that resonated most, now that's not based on profitability for me in the initial stage, but just, does this make sense to me? Do I like this approach to trading? Once I found the one I resonated most with, then I just doubled down on that. So yeah, I do recommend in the beginning, depending on where you are in your trading journey, if you're not yet profitable or consistent, or you're still trying to find your space in trading, I'm 100% an advocate for strategy hopping. I used to get flamed so much for that when I first started my channel. They were talking about, being willing to keep an open mind to other ways of trading if it makes more sense to you personally. But 95% of retail traders fail, and 95% of retail traders follow the same cliche advice. Don't strategy hop. Stick to your one strategy from the beginning. Stupid advice. Strategy hop as much as possible until you find the one that resonates with you, and then settle down. So yeah, part of that strategy hopping is learning from as many places as possible. Follow your soul and follow your heart on what's piquing your interest. Explore them all. Do I ever have dreams I'm still in sales? Not for a long time yet, man. I don't dream about being in sales. I don't even dream about corporate jobs anymore. Thank goodness for that. But I do dream that I'm back in high schools. I dream that I'm trying to find my next class in high school. And then I'm like, what am I doing at school? I'm an adult. I make a shitload of money. Why am I at school? I don't have to go to school. Then the dream's just me trying to figure out why I'm at school when I'm, yeah, anyway, boring story, but no, I don't dream about that. I do miss sales. I'm not going to lie. I do. If I ever went broke and everything came crashing down, I would love the opportunity to just start from scratch in sales again. I love the grind of sales to a certain extent. If you're broke, right, anyone that's broke right now needs money. Even if you're an introvert, I'm introverted. I'm super introverted, believe it or not. And not a people person. But yeah, I learned sales and yes, that's the best way to make six figures plus as an uneducated person and have a huge earning potential. Sales. And that skill's going to pay you for life. Sales helps you in dating, in entrepreneurship, should you go into that. Don't think it'll help you in trading, but valuable skill. Who is king of volume profile? I hate to say it, but it's Fabio. It's definitely Fabio. I would say Cami Capital is a prince of volume profile, but props to Fabio. He's been out there winning world championships, and that dude's a killer, straight killer with volume profile. He's king of volume profile. Bradley, what's up, Brad? Yes, back to NYAM. I'm excited to be here. Another 25 minutes? 25 minutes. We haven't yet come down to that edge of the profile, boys and girls. Back on some market speech here. Anything before the open, I was looking to take towards the edge of value here on this even distribution, this big node, this big fat node up here. Nodes like this, where it's a nice mound like this instead of a distinctive sharp ledge, these are really, really nice range plays typically. So if we get it before the open, I'm looking for a fade back into that pocket of value. If we approach down around that 811, around that 811 mark. Valentino, good morning, man. Lion, just Google YouTube Fabio. I can't remember. Is it Fabio? Is it Valentini? Fabio Valentino. Have a look on YouTube. He's done a few podcast rounds at the moment, but he is a verified world championship scalper. Uses volume profile and order flow. I know, Munu, that was an insane trade he made. I know exactly the one you're talking about. Insane. Yeah, it's powerful stuff. Okay, maybe we get down to that area. Maybe. 811. I'm looking at 811. If we dip down to 811, I'll look to get a little. Let's have a look at the range here. What's the point range? Maybe a 3-pointer. Oh, yeah. Easy 3-pointer. Oh, Patrick Neal. Yeah, Patrick Neal's another one. A lot of the world champions are order flow and volume traders, volume profile traders. Says a lot. Says a lot. I like to give that one to the ICT fanboys. There's people who make big promises about the Robbins Cup and all that. Robbins Cup's bullshit, though. I think it's a waste of time. But, there's people who make big promises about World Championship trading cups and all this and can rally the crowd really well, good at building cults. But then there's people who actually go win these championships. And if you knuckle down, what are they using to win the championships? Volume, order flow, volume and order flow. Magic. Cammy is the court jester of VP. Clown juggling cash. I'll take it, Jim. I'll take it. I will take it. Snuck my way into the Vol Pro. Yes, Bradley, you are a covert ICT undercover. I saw you, Brad. I saw you pop in. I hope you're enjoying it, man. 21 minutes to the open. Again, I'm looking for a potential play off this 811 level, or otherwise we'll wait for the open and see what levels are put in on the open. Otherwise, 811 is where I'll look to take my first trade if we can dip down there. Looking at a little 3 points. Yes, Munu, in my school, I do the breakdown. Yes, I do playbook trades, and we got a new thing coming up in the school group called Vol Pro Hot Seats. Every week, an episode where we deep dive into your submitted trades, discuss why they worked, why maybe it didn't work, bit of feedback, a bit of roasting, educational roasting. Yeah, Adam, I was just saying earlier, deep charts. I'm in on deep charts. Just waiting for it to be available on Mac, on Apple computers, and I'll be on that as well. I'll be using that on stream. I'll switch over from my personal, if I can get it on my personal account as well, personal broker. I will use deep charts. Looks perfect for volume profile and order flow traders. Perfect. Really decent price too, considering professional trading platforms. If you're talking like Atis or TT, you're looking at very high price tags. What they're charging for deep charts is very cheap. Yeah, that's another good point, Sean. The 3 biggest prop payouts are ICT traders. That is another good point. Here's the thing. I don't agree with the logic behind ICT strategies, and I also don't enjoy ICT's approach to the market because it's a very low win rate. But when you catch those big moves, you can really catch those big moves. Any strategy can have some sort of edge or success depending on how it's applied. So there is something to be said for that as well. Absolutely. I think on the whole, though, if you talk about for the average retail trader, I believe the average retail trader will have a much more realistic chance at trading for a living or making a full-time income from trading via something with proven data, proven edge, which volume and order flow is the best choice in my opinion. I think most retail traders are going to burn themselves trading candlesticks in ICT, but there is something to be said for that. I saw Lanto's trades, man, insane. Good props to Lanto. That's huge, huge, huge payouts on TPT. Amazing. No worries trading stoically. Awesome, awesome, awesome. No worries. Available for Windows, yes. Yes, Brad. I believe Fabio and Andrea have been using deep charts for a little while. I believe it's built off a platform called, is it Volsys? Volumetrica, something like that. It's some Italian platform. It's been around for a little while, but they've just built upon it. Okay, we're getting a bit of red coming through here. Maybe get down to that level I'm looking. Down around the 811s. Spartanex still waiting for iOS confirmation. Yes. I mean, OS confirmation. Volumetrica, yes. Where did I learn to trade volume profile from? My mentor? No, man, I didn't actually have a specific mentor for volume profile. In fact, my main order flow mentor hated volume profile. So, no, the volume profile came from a few different sources. It's what resonated most with me when I made the switch from candlesticks and whatnot to things like volume and order flow. Volume profile made the most sense to me. So I took information from multiple sources and also did a lot of my own work on volume profile and testing and back testing and forward testing, mostly forward testing, and also reading books like Markets and Profile, which are based on TPO charts and market profiles, but similar theory. And yeah, I did a lot of what I trade now in terms of volume profiles based on my own research, but it's not things I've invented, just things I've learned and then tested and found trade setups, practical trade setups with. Built my own playbook. Kieran, how do I use the book on the left side for entering positions, try to spot absorptions? You can spot absorptions on this, Kieran. Not on this one. This one doesn't have the level 2 data activated. I signed into my TPT account first, which has no level 2 data. So, yeah, not on here, but I just use this for executing my trades. Since switching to order flow, I used the DOM extensively, and now it's my most comfortable place to trade is just straight off the DOM. So I've got, normally on my trading screens, I'll have a multiple DOMs open and one chart off to the side just so I can see the volume profile levels. But I almost exclusively trade off the DOM. We're coming down, teasing that level now on the edge of that profile. Just a bit of a tease. Do I still use the monkey and banana strat? That is a throwback. $14 minutes to the open here. And yes, still willing. If we dip down to the 11s, I'll take a small low risk scalp from the 11s down the bottom of that range. Little fade back into value. I will happily take that. I like that trade. I will I know it's coming close to the open, but it's not a bad spot. Not a bad spot. And it'll be looking at about a 3 points. Otherwise, if it doesn't quite tap that, I'll be watching for the open. The New York Open happens. The blue line you see on the chart, that'll be overnight value high. And I'll be looking to see what happens around that price point on the open. If we pump above, I'll look for a retest. If we drop below, I'll look for a retest and a buy down towards POC. Let's do something here on the DOM, actually. I have a pulling and stacking. There we go. Yeah, my DOM's normally got much more information on the chart, but since I'm on my laptop, for some reason I've not been able to get my DOM to work properly with TPT. Not TPT's fault. Sometimes I sign in and have data Sometimes I don't. What's the best order flow tool to mix with VP? Lassen Jr., the best order flow tool to mix with volume profile. You know, I like time and sales personally. Time and sales is a good tool. I've got a video on time and sales on my channel under my order flow playlist. Another good one with volume profile is footprint chart and a heat map. Luna, what's up, Luna? It's currently 12:19 in the morning here in Australia, here in Brisbane. Yeah, Valentino. Yeah, TPT's customer service will likely fix it. I definitely should reach out to them. I can't even log into Tradeovate. I mean, not Tradeovate, TradingView with my Tradeovate credentials anymore. Will I be live streaming tomorrow because it's a holiday in the US? Oh, that's a good point. Normally I would because I don't trade. I normally am not trading the main New York session, but if it's a bank holiday tomorrow in the US of A, then no. Let's see what bank holiday November 11. It also depends. Oh yeah. No, the markets are still open. November 11th, the regular business day for stock markets. As long as the markets are still open, I don't really mind so much about the bank holidays. As long as the markets are open and the markets aren't, early finish or whatever, yes, I'll still trade. Every day is trading day. Shout out DTFX. Where are you drawing your overnight profile from? I'm drawing mine from 6 p.m. and have different levels. Paul D, 6 p.m. also. 6 p.m. but on the 1 minute chart. 6 p.m. to current time, 1 minute. Do I ever use VWAP? If not, would you? Yes. I don't use it anymore, but I did use VWAP as a confluence. I only removed it because it gave me a bit of analysis paralysis sometimes, so I ended up removing it. But it's a good tool. Anything volume-based is a good tool. I take a reductionist approach with all my trading. So I throw a bunch of things together and then pull it all apart till I have the bare minimum of what works well. What works well, efficient. Dealer Soul, will this be the new stream time? Yes. This week I'll be trading this time all week. I officially moved here to Australia in January for just after Christmas, December actually. So 2026, this will be the official stream time. In terms of streams in the near future, this week I'll be streaming, yes. But the weeks forward, it will get a bit more ambiguous moving towards Christmas, and also because I'm moving bloody countries, moving from NZ to Australia. So a lot of things to do. I may not have as much time to trade and stream, but I'll be back in full crack, fully cracked out on January. I'll be back trading January 6, January 7, whatever the Monday is. First week of Jan. Val, if I have a question, if I buy the course, do I get access to school? No, you get access to it in terms of you get the option to join it, but it's an extra add-on price-wise because it's a continuous addition of value. So the course is a one-off, And then after you finish the course, you have the option to join the school group ongoing, but for $47 a month. If there's grass on the field, then play ball. Yes. You and Dave still beefing. I stopped tuning into that guy. All negativity. Yeah. Nah, Trader. I stopped worrying about anything, any influencer beef at that same time that I had that beef with Dave. I honestly have no beef with Dave now. Yeah, the negativity and the whatnot is tiresome, but that's part of his business model. Not my preferred business model, but hey, I respect the grind. I respect what he builds for himself. And hey, man, at the end of the day, like all the rest of us, he's trying to feed his fam, trying to feed his kids, make a better life for himself. I have no hate. I have no room for influencer drama. That's just, I got caught up in it once before, never again. It's not real. The internet's not real. Six minutes to the open. Let's go. Make sure this was all on the screen. There you go. Volume profile. Cool. So yeah, looking to see how price reacts off the overnight value levels. Well, right off the open, we got the overnight value high sitting right below us right now. Any giveaways today? Yes, giveaways today. Get the stream to 200 likes and we'll be giving away TPT accounts. So we're at 62 likes, frankly not good enough. So 200 likes and after our trade today, I'll get a Take Profit Trader giveaway going as usual. Oh yeah, rentals. If you've paid the lifetime course, you get access to the school for life as well. Just email me proof of payment. I sent an email out to all the lifetime purchases when I shifted platforms with the invite to the new platform. Majority of you have accepted it. If not, check your spam or please just email me if you did purchase the previous lifetime membership, which was, I believe, $7.49. Email me, camicapital@gmail.com, show me the receipt, and I will add you manually to the group. That's lifetime. You're in. Like, you're into the school group, the new course platform, all of it's included. Do I do a one-to-one program? I don't do a one-to-one, but I do have a school community, closest thing to one-to-one. Don't get into beef with PW, you'll never win. Yeah, PW is king of this space. Patrick Whalen pioneered this whole thing. I've already had my beef with Patrick Whalen when I was an ICT boy back in the day. Do I still use Bookmap? If not, why? Yes, I still have Bookmap Solar. I don't use it to make trading decisions, but I like to visualize, see the DOM visualized. And all I'm doing with that is just seeing major levels of liquidity. So, for example, if there was, if we look on the chart, if there was previous week's point of control, a major value level, and then on the heat map, we also saw stacked across that level, a bunch of liquidity. It could be 200 plus contracts sitting around this level. Then I would know that's a more potent area for a potential sweep and bounce. So I'd be looking for those orders to get filled, and then I get my entry. In fact, one of the stream replays here on my channel, I think it's the second one I did for the new set of streams when I came back to streaming this year. I think it's the second one. Exact same thing. So on the DOM, there was 200 contracts sitting just above previous week's point of control, but not below. So instead of waiting for price to dig down to previous week's point of control to get my entry, I waited for price to fill those 200 contracts. As soon as they filled, I entered on that fill and got a really nice snappy move to the upside. So that's the extent to which I use a heat map. It doesn't happen often, but when it does, it's a powerful tool. Thoughts on Big Daddy Max? I'm not familiar with Big Daddy Max. What's up, Mike? NYC Mike, what's up, man? Yeah, Big Daddy Max, I'm not familiar. Bookmap versus Jigsaw, which is better? Jigsaw is the more fully functional program, but Bookmap is more modern. Jigsaw is just so ancient, but it's so smooth. It works so well. But Bookmap's the more modern equivalent, probably going to get better updates, better lifetime value from Bookmap. Okay, very close to the open here, guys. The volume's picking up nice and heavy. That overnight point of control has shifted up. Still shifting up. Chris and Marion, what's up, man? Nice to see you. Yes, we're back on the NY Open, Chris, for 1 week. Cool. Yeah, I've not heard of Big Daddy Max, but gotta love the name though. Big Daddy. Let's go. Let me just get the chart ready, guys. 1 sec. 929 is the profile there. Pull this across. Boom. And those are the overnight levels. So we want overnight value high. I've got to be quick here. Okay, we are open. Bear with me here, guys. Got to lock in. Got to really lock in. Watching to see if we get a break and retest of the overnight value high. Let's see if we break through.
Order filled.
Cool. Oh no. Oh no. What's happened to my screen? Hold on a second. Where's my screen? What the shit? Okay, there we go. There we are. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. Cool, 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 cool. Cool, 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 cool. I'm back. There we are. I'm back. That's not what I want there. I want to do this. And a third right here.
Order filled.
There we are. Got my 3 in there. And I want my stop here. Yes, and here. 1 second, guys. I'm on the fly here. This laptop's a bloody pain to trade off, but we are making it work.
Order rejected.
There we are. I'm filled 3 contracts. Let me get it on the trading view chart so you can see where I am. 815, 815, 815. Cool. There we are. I'm filled 3 contracts, overnight value high, looking for a breakout here. 6.5 points is my target. And stop loss 1-to-1. What I'll do is I'll be taking off, if we push 6.5 points, I'll be taking off 2 contracts at 828.25.
Order rejected.
Shit, wrong one. Hold on. Sell limit. Yeah, 2 contracts off at 828.25 if we push up. And we'll leave a single contract on there to potentially run. This is me anticipating a breakaway. Bit more of a predictive trade than a reactive trade. In the sense, I have a particular bias in mind with the fundamentals and also with the overnight point of control where that is. So I've got a bullish bias, hence the more predictive longing the value high. So let's see if I'm right here. 6.5 points on that take profit and then stop goes to break even. And I'll have 1 contract to run because I'll be pretty... If this breaks up to the upside, I'll be pretty confident with that. Pulling stop to break even once it crosses 27. Okay, stops to break even. Going to slowly exit 1.
Order filled.
Sold 1 contract. Leave the other one at my initial target. Change this to 2. Slide 1 with the slowdown on the tape there. See if we can keep pushing. I feel that second one at my initial target.
Order
Next one
filled.
filled. Okay, stops totally at break even now. 1 contract runner. Going to leave that just 2 ticks above my entry point, cover fees and commission, and see if I can squeeze some more out of this trade. That is 2 contracts off, 1 contract on. Trading my funded take profit trader account here. And see if I can catch a nice breakaway. If so, let me put it on the chart here. W's in the chat. Nice trade back to start the week. Partials taken. Majority TP taken. Runner left. Cool. And stops at break even. Good trade. Good trade, good trade. So I'll run through the confluences on this. Apologies for the silence, radio silence I was trading. Obviously, I'm trading for real money, real sim-funded money. So I got some things on the table here. I want to make some cash. So the thing here was I was anticipating a breakaway, first of all, from overnight value high because of two things. We developed a large pocket of value up here before the open. That's bullish, right? We put a point of control up here above the previous week's point of control, far above the previous value highs. So very bullish. And then what happened on the open was we immediately, price tried to dip below the overnight point of control, which is fair value, immediately rejected to the upside. I actually wanted to get long at overnight point of control, but I was too slow. So next thing was good to see that confirmation, see price pump up from overnight point of control, and then jack through overnight value high with little to no resistance. So I got my long off the breakthrough there. Not even a confident breakout. I got long before the confident breakout, and just let that my stop loss sit behind the overnight point of control. So that was more of a anticipation play, but with a strong bias in mind. So yeah, bag, 2 contracts off, majority TB taken, and 1 runner left on the trade, which you can see on the DOM on the left above my screen. Yeah, I'll move this into profit a little bit, but I want to give it room to breathe. I'm not too worried if it taps out or anything, because yeah, I secured. That was a nice trade, really nice trade, really nice trade. So I'm gonna say overall that was for me a B rank trade. A couple of confluence. I had my context in mind, and then the value level. Brian, what's up, man? I'm trading anyway. I'm over in Australia now, so much more reasonable to trade the New York Open these days. Over here, much more. Alejandro, yes, you missed the action, man. Beautiful trade. Beautiful play right off the bat. I'm happy with that start to the week, man. W's in the chat for that trade. Fantastic trade. I'll hold this runner as long as possible. As long as possible. I'm going to watch how the profile develops. Let's put the developing profile on, and I'm going to trail the stop up behind high volume nodes. So if we go 930, pull it across. It's a bit early now, but our developing profile, I'll trail my stop up behind the developing nodes here. So far we developed that POC across overnight value high. So it's actually pretty likely we may come back and test this area again. So I have to keep that in mind with my runner contract. I may be liable to see that come all the way back. It's a decent level to come back and retest. Let's see if it can hold up at the developing value high and continue up. Then no stress. No stress. Key reaction here. See if it bounces off value high and pushes back above this tiny node it's putting in. Again, you don't really pay too much attention to the developing profile for proper confluences until at least the opening range has been put in, so the first 30 minutes. But it's the best we can use right now to kind of confirm this runner. Okay, value high, moment of truth. If it breaks value high, I'll close out the runner contract. Remembering I'm a scalper, not trying to be greedy, but trying to maximize my profit. Do I ever worry about the gaps, Chauncey? No, I don't worry about the gaps. That's something that came from ICT for me, the gap fill thing. No, since switching to order flow and volume, I don't worry about the gaps. I just trade what's right in front of me with the volume and how the market reacts to value levels and volume profile levels, and allow that to determine all my decisions. I don't even look at the gap. Cool. Nice, real perfect bounce off that value high. Perfect bounce. If we can develop a high volume node up in this profile, a nice, we have, yeah. Cool. I'm moving my stop up just up to here, 826.5, 826.25. Secure more out of this. 826.25. Stops just behind that high volume node on the profile. Come on, guys, get 200 likes. Like it up for the winning trades, the nice call outs on stream. That's pretty accurate call right there. Get the likes up. And also, 200 likes will get the Take Profit Trader giveaway going as well. Remember, we get giveaways going every day on a Cami Capital stream. Cami Cam is gone. Damn. It lasted pretty long. Let's send it back on 1 second. Jay, yes. Absolutely. It's not actually as discretionary as it looked, Jay. There's a bunch of there's good confluences around that particular breakout, but yes, time spent on that in the course. All the discretionary part of this type of trading comes from determining your context, reading the context around a trade, what it means when a value high develops at a value low, or when fair value is above previous week's value highs, things like this. That's the discretionary part, is that, and then also discretion in deciding when a C ranked trade is going to be worth taking versus waiting for an A rank, or determining breakouts is not so much discretionary, but more so just in reading and being able to read the context well. But yeah, it's covered in the course and more so in the school as well after the course. What do I think about people saying Apex denies their payouts? Every single time someone gets denied from Apex, it's because they didn't follow one of the rules. It's easy to break the rules. So as long as you follow the rules to the T, you're going to get paid. Yeah, the people that complain about getting denied payouts, or the ones who say, I actually have quite a few friends who have been denied payouts. That's always the funniest one. 100% they've not followed a rule. All right, runner might get hit here at 2850. I've trailed that up. Don't want to be sitting here all night. Boom.
Stop filled.
Oh, yeah. I love that. That was a good trade. That was a really good trade. I'm really, really happy with that. That was a great one. Once again, to break down the trade, was anticipating a breakout based on the surrounding context with the value levels and the overnight point of control where that developed, and also seeing the immediate rejection of the overnight point of control on the open, and how he pumped up from that point with a quick rejection. Sellers tried to push on the open, buyers aggressively bought up and held above overnight point of control. Wanted my initial entry to be at point of control, but got it on the overnight value high, anticipating the breakaways. As long as the stop loss was behind overnight point of control, that was a safe bet for me. So got in with 3 contracts. Long, targeted 6.5 points, so 1-to-1 on the majority of the position because I'm a scalper. I'm not looking to take massive moves, just get high probability moves with a decent amount of size and take my piece and go home. So took profit on my first 2 contracts at 829 or 828.25. Pulled my stop to break even, had that 1 contract on as a runner to see if it could break away more, but eventually got that stop trailed up to my initial target there, getting out for the full profit there of just over $1,000 on one of my 50K take profit trader funded accounts. So really, really good. Well done. Good day. Really good day. And why did I trail it up so high in this instance? Seeing the developing profile, put in the point of control up here, and then see start to trail below that, gave me, and seeing barely any nodes below now, made me want to have that stop nice and close, so that if price fails below point of control of the developing profile here, odds are it's going to dig in quite a bit deeper, maybe closer to my initial entry. So happy with that exit. Let's go. Another 3 likes and we'll get the giveaway going. Let's go, YouTube. 200 likes and I'll give away some Take Profit Trader. Take Profit Trader evals. Cool. All right. Let's get the giveaway going, guys. Here we go. Man, great start to the week. Great start to the week. Let me just get my link here and let's get the giveaway going. So what you need to do to enter the giveaway is, number 1, make sure the stream is liked. That's step number 1. That is step number 1. Step number 2 is I'm going to post a link in the chat here. All right, I'm going to post a link in the chat right here. And all you need to do is go like this post and comment the letter W on this post. The link is in the chat. Comment the letter W on that. Not in the live chat, but the link in the chat. Go like that post. Go ahead and like that post and comment the letter W, and in exactly 3 minutes, I'll select the winner. Cool. 3 minutes to go. Wickus. Oh, weakest. That is a good question. I know. I'm sorry, man. There are so many Cami Capital impersonators that are trying to sell programs or take your money. The only way you can tell, there's only two ways. I only have an official Instagram and an official YouTube. I do have a Twitter, but it's not. I don't really use it, so I wouldn't use that. My Instagram is here in the chat. So if you are messaging this Instagram, that's me. It's not Cami Capital. It's Cam Naran's my real name. And obviously I can't message on YouTube. So Wickes, I would never ask for anyone's money directly, and I would never get you to invest with me. So odds are it might not have been me. So yes, I'm very sorry for anyone who speaks to the scammer Cami Capitals out there. There's so many. I've reported them and tried to get as many removed as possible. It's just impossible to keep up. They pop up every single day. They're in the YouTube chats. They're everywhere. Literally everywhere. All right, let me select a random winner here, guys. Pop. Yes, I'm streaming from Australia today. All right, selecting a winner for the TPT accounts. Let's go. And boom, MTD trade, MTD Mary Tango Delta trade. I've just hearted your comment. MTD trade. For the giveaway, what I need you to do, my friend, is either direct message me on Instagram. Direct message me on Instagram, which I've just posted in the chat. And let me know it was you. And if not, then please email me, camicapital@gmail.com, and I will get that sorted for you. Just email me proof of that it's your YouTube account. MTD Trade. MTD Trade, congrats. Big congrats. Guys, calling it there. Really good day today. I'll be streaming again same time tomorrow. So 8:30 a.m. Eastern time. Please like the stream on the way out. If you want to get funded with Take Profit Trader, code CAMCAP, 40% off and no activation fee. Apex, code CAMCAP, 80% off. And also, link in the chat, link to the volume profile course. Okay, it's a one-off fee, and you get lifetime access to the course itself. And then after you finish the course, you get the exclusive option to join the school community for an additional small fee, but that's exclusive only to course members. So have a look at that. Otherwise, it's pinned in the chat, learnvolumeprofile.com. If you want to learn anything from A to Z, how to trade volume profile, the meaning behind it, how to find trade setups, etc., learnvolumeprofile.com. Check it out. Great reviews on it. It's a great course. I'm very proud of it. Check that out there, guys. Otherwise, I'll see you guys same time tomorrow, 8:30 a.m. Eastern time. W's in the chat.